Alright, welcome back to Suiji Spring Cup 2020 for the last match of the first real day of the round of 32, the first round of the tournament. I am still this one guy 4 hours later, and I'm bringing you final match time. We've got two matches going on. We're gonna have Metal Frog versus VROUM 365. This was the victor of our poll between the two matches. Going on concurrently with Ketamine Racing versus Squirrel Pants, which I guess is a map name. It's not a map name. Team name? Map name? Team name? My brain is no longer functional. Anyway, it's not a team name. Anyway, we will have the second match available if you type !MP2 in chat. You can keep an eye on that one. This will be the one on stream here. We'll be getting underway shortly, hopefully, with the warm-ups between these two teams. We'll be able to discuss their players, their rosters. We'll see how things go for these guys. It does, however, appear that this map has decided not to download. So we may have to take matters into our own hands here. Blah, I cannot talk at all anymore. So hopefully, oh good, I don't know which set this is. There's like 3 different sets of this song. And my tournament client is actually frozen. All right, we're off to a good start. And we'll see if we can't fix this up here. Thankfully, this is just warm-ups. This is the problem that you run into with warm-ups. They're maps that aren't in the tournament client, so they just kind of don't work sometimes. I think this is a set by Miss Magius, but I'm not sure. Wowzers. Wowzers, my tournament client does not like this at all. Holy crap. All right, wow. I hate this game. Let's just try doing this manually. Boink, boink. Not make you guys look at what's going on because I have no fucking clue what's happening. Yeah, I found the map. I just, I can't get it to load into the tournament client, which is kind of a problem. I hate warm-ups. Did they, like, unpick it, or is it just not showing up? I don't know if it's just not showing up. The map is already over. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess it was really short. Oh, of course he's picking this. Vertarix picked this, didn't he? Vertarix 100% picked this. This is like his favorite song. He loves Love Live. Well, we'll at least be able to listen to the song. I'm not gonna be able to watch it because it's doing that thing, but all goods. Pretty sure this map's not too long for a warm-up. I think it's fine, right? Maybe it's too long. I don't know. T1G would be proud. You know what? For the first time in my life, Mario, I'm proud of you. try to pick the arbitrary point at which you can exit and reopen the individual clients and have the players load. I still don't know what the actual time is. Apparently I'm too soon. It's like somewhere between 1 and 3 minutes, 1 and 5 minutes, somewhere in there. Nobody fucking knows though. Alright, well, we'll wait a couple minutes and hopefully we'll be able to get it to work. Yeah, it's because it does this thing. It's a, oh, if it's not doing anything, maybe that means it'll work now. Hey, all right, cool. So that, I guess, was the timer. All right, cool. Oh, that's loud. Yeah, the tournament client is really buggy with the way it does this crap. Like, it's really fucking buggy. I don't know why. We've never, it's not a problem that we've been able to solve for like 3 years now, but Peppy doesn't care, so we just keep dealing with it. Tournament staff be like, yo, what's up guys? Non-functional spectator client here. It's been 3-4 years of this shit and it still doesn't work. Anyway. Let's try panicking, I guess. Is there just not anybody in slot 3? Maybe there's just not anybody in slot 3, I guess. Alright, so we'll briefly discuss our teams here. This is our number 13 seed versus our number 20 seed, Metal Frog versus VROUM 365. You've got a lot of very, very strong players in this one. Starting off on the left-hand side is going to be Metal Frog. Their A seeds are Voss, aka Topspin, and I'm a Fancy Lad, who has obviously made a name for himself in recent memory as just an extraordinarily talented tournament player. Their B seeds are TJ7223 and Kump V, the latter of whom I believe is the captain of the Norwegian 3WC team. Their C seeds are Synth, who I'm really not familiar with at all, and Zombir, pretty well-known Russian player, a couple badges to his name. And their D seeds are Drary and Neronio from the Netherlands and Brazil, respectively. Both players who have been in a bunch of tournaments with pretty decent results. No badges for either of them, but they are no slouch to the tournament game. On the other side, Team VROUM 365. A seeds Fiel and Dins. We got another Norwegian player and another Russian player. Their B seeds, Mario the Pro 365 and Rivenix Lucario. C seeds, one of the strongest C seeds in the entire tournament, VROUM CV Vitae, aka Nasable 90, and Astris. And their D seeds are Vertarix and Belfast Chan, captained by Vertarix. In fact, the aforementioned lover of Love Live, and the reason we are playing this particular map as the warm-up. I'm not turning background dim to 0%. I prefer having background dim at about this percent. I think it actually looks pretty nice. It gets, you can see the background, but it's not so bright as it normally is in Tourney Client. It's pretty cool. So, obviously not a lot to talk about with these teams as of yet beyond who's on their rosters, since they, of course, have not played a match in the tournament. I think they are pretty well-rounded as far as Suiji goes. You know, like we've been talking about over the course of the day, there's a lot of teams that end up getting randomly generated together that are extremely weak in one skill set or another. But I think these teams are both decently rounded. I think, you know, kind of the rarest skill tends to be like super high BPM and speed, but you know, other than that, you've got hidden players, you've got hard rock players, you've got, you know, like I'm a Fancy Lad who's probably one of the best A seeds overall in terms of skill set. You've got, you know, VROUM and the Pro and Vertarix, who are all, you know, kind of well known as, I guess the Pro's not really a D ranker anymore, but Vertarix and VROUM are kind of in that, you know, 4-digit cluster of very strong players. Meanwhile, Drary somehow S-ranking that. That's pretty cool. But to save us from having to talk about players anymore, we are going to get into the ban phase, starting with the first ban from Team Metal Frog, who were the winners of the roll. Bans have been kind of varied. Over the course of the tournament so far today, we've seen no-mod bans, DT bans, hidden bans, free mod bans, so we've seen hard rock bans. Like, it's been pretty representative. And it's going to be a free mod 1 ban as the first ban from Metal Frog, so that is, of course, the aim-heavy, kind of no-mod 1-esque free mod map. Welcome to the Japari Park. VROUM365 gonna open things up with the Hachigatsu Botsukekari Hidden 1 ban. That is the Air 9 consistency high-ish BPM hidden pick. If you're not comfortable with somewhat high density Air 9 hidden, that's a good ban. I mean, No-Mod 1 has the second ban from Metal Frog, so they're just kind of getting the No-Mod 1s out with Yokosuka Party Park and Tsukinami. Those are just gone. And the free mod 2 ban from VROUM365, that is, of course, Gypsytronic. We've seen that one pretty popular in picks and bans, so not a huge surprise there to see it removed from this particular pool for this match. It's a very tricky alt pick. Very tough to act, very difficult with both hidden and hard rock for as far as the pool goes. So that'll be your 4 bans right away quick. Again, that's free mod 2, no mod 1, hidden 1, and free mod 1. So gonna have the entire hard rock pool, gonna have the entire DT pool available. VROUM365, as the losers of the roll, will have the first pick in this match. And they will take their time, and they will select No-Mod 2, that is Agilorescence. I'm going to go by memory on every map at this point because I think I know all of them. This is about a minute, 50-something seconds. It's a 190 BPM stream map. And it has a couple long streams, has a couple little finger control sections. Not a huge aim requirement, but there are places to mess up on a couple of the awkward finger control sections. So the kickslider jumps as well. Most people getting through the streams just fine. It's the other parts that, if you're going to break, that seems to be where you break more so than on the actual longer stream sections. That's where we're going to be opening up proceedings for this particular match, picked by VROUM365. We'll be running BL, VROUM, Vertarix, and a B seed to be determined. It'll either be the Pro or Riv and Exocario. We've only seen the Pro. If Mario does this crap, by the way, I'm just calling it right now. Like, if he does this thing where every time something is picked, he goes into practice, he goes into solo, plays the entire thing, and comes back like at the exact moment the timer is expiring, I think I'm actually going to drive to Canada and beat the crap out of him, because he does this in every single tournament that I've ever seen him in, and it's really frustrating how much he stalls out all of his maps in every match he plays. It's actually obnoxious as hell. Like, this is officially T1G calling out Mario, because he literally always does this. Oh, he's in on the other side now. Oh my god, he's in on the other side now. Holy crap, he's not doing it for once. Holy shit. Holy moly. He's actually here. He's actually here before the timer runs out for the first time in his fucking life. Holy crap, that's insane. Wow. Metal Frog waiting on their 4th now. With Fancy Lad, TJ, and Drary, so they are waiting on a C seed. While VROUM has all 4 members in the lobby. Alright, so I guess it's actually going to be Metal Frog that's doing this stalling, apparently. This is going to be a stall off between Mario and the entirety of Metal Frog. And it is going to be Zombie coming in as the fourth member of Metal Frog, so we will be set and able to get underway here shortly with the first map of this match. And the MP start command comes out, so we shall be getting underway. Metal Frog, VROUM 365, map number 1. First pick for VROUM 365. VROUM himself loading in a little bit faster than everyone else, so they'll be playing catch up. There we are. I'm a Fancy Lad with a nice act drop on the first couple notes there. That was pretty high quality stuff from him, but everyone FCing, no worries. As we said, you know, this is one of those maps where, like, it's not super difficult overall. Much like most of this pool. This pool is not that hard for most of the good players in it. But there are spots to trip up on a lot of these maps. And just having, you know, kind of the tournament nerves, the first match of the tournament nerves, you know, those round of 32, like, oh gosh, I'm on a team, we gotta perform. They are not to be ignored. But thus far, we do have 8 FCs. Everybody getting through the first few hundred combo, much like pretty much every time we've seen this map played. It's been very similar to this. Little quint section, into single triples, into some more single triples, into a longer stream, some kickslider jumps, no breaks, no breaks, no breaks, and no breaks. 8 FCs into the last couple hundred combo here. Where is the break going to come from? It is a lead on the side of VROUM 365 thanks to their higher accuracy, but it is so desperately close. Any one miss will shift the score one way or the other. We have yet to see a miss, though. It is still 8 FCs. Will somebody miss on the ending stream, or is it literally just going to be an 8-way FC and an act battle? It's an 8-way FC and an act battle, and VROUM 365 comes out on top, 42,000 points in the 8-way full combo of the first map. That's something. I don't know that I've personally ever seen that happen before. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. An 8-way FC on the first map of the match. You know, people have been saying this map pool is too easy. This is the first time I, like, really believe them. And, like, those couple of extra 100s at the beginning from Fancy Lad, and, you know, like, that actually mattered more than you would expect it to. But it's just one map, it's just a 1-0. So no big deal. I think we have the pick in. I believe it's DT4 from Metal Frog. Fancy Lad calling that one. So we'll get to our next map under Route A here shortly. Pretty cool though. 4 FC from both teams. Meanwhile, over in the other match, we have, let's take a peek here. We have Squirrel Pants taking the 1-0 lead over Ketamine Racing on DC number 4, in fact. So they've just played this map, and now we're going to see it over here as well. The Alt DT pick. Badoo and Kingling with the double FC. Ches Bananas and with a 1 miss. Walford with 3 miss over there. Demo and playoff line, both FCing it for, excuse me, Ketamine Racing. Anyway. As usual, TJ talking too much. I like the part where Doomy is in chat talking about how the AR8 Hidden is too easy and he didn't even play the AR8 Hidden. That was the one map that he didn't play. He's talking about it being too easy. Alright, I think we're good to go here. We're gonna have Fancy Lad TJ Zombie Drary against Din, Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. So a Din coming in for Fiel. Everything else staying the same. Map number 2. First pick for Metal Frog. See if it works out. See if we get another whole bunch of FCs. I think this one won't have as many FCs as the previous one. I don't think we're going to see it again. Mario writing out T1G, I love you, no homo. I think that's... well, I thought it was going to say no homo. It said HO and then just like a bunch of squiggles, so I'm not really sure what he was going for anymore there. And TJ will be the first to break in the match. He said he said in chat, by the way, I've FC'd this. If I don't FC, I'm inting. So feel free to make of that whatever you'd like. Din for VROUM365 also breaking in the early goings here, so not a big deal, but that's pretty funny. And there it is, the int indeed. So I guess, you know, he at least owns up and admits that he's inting. He's actually running it down. Score pretty much dead even, those breaks coming about only maybe 10 combo apart, if that, not even that. So Din and TJ are basically dead even, Din with a little higher accuracy. It's gonna be a break from Zombier, but he's immediately followed by a break from Vertarix as well, so 2 FCs left for each team, the Pro and VROUM on the side of VROUM's 365 and Drary, and I'm a Fancy Lad on the side of Metal Frog. About halfway through, Din with another break. It was a 42k lead for VROUM365, but I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. Combo advantage goes to Metal Frog. VROUM and Mario still with the FCs, but Drary and Fancy Lad both FCing for Metal Frog, and a big combo from TJ backing them up means that the lead is going to go back over to Metal Frog. And he's literally writing T1G in his smiley face in every single break. Jeez Louise, man. And Drary with a break near the end. Will that be enough to matter? I don't know if the score is close enough. I think it is, though. There's a little more time left than I thought. This could get interesting. It's a 64,000 point lead. If everyone from VROUM365 holds on to the ending of this map, they may be able to take this back, but it's going to be pretty close. The score gap is coming down slowly but surely. It's at a... I think it's too much, but it's going to be very close in this last one. If anyone from Metal Frog breaks, it can go over. Oh, it's going to be desperately close. It's going to be coming down to the absolute wire here in these last notes. And it switches over to VROUM365 on the last 5 combo, and they take it by 10,000 points at the very end. VROUM365 just grabbing that victory at the very last second. They did exactly what I said. They had to hold on to the end, and they held on to the end. Mario and VROUM with the FCs for VROUM365. I'm a Fancy Lad, the only FC on the side of Metal Frog. Unfortunately for them, was not going to be enough And that is a 2-0 lead for VROUM 365, the early break point to go up 2-0. Next pick coming in from VROUM 365 will be Hard Rock #1. Y'all know what that means. Nagisa no Kwakuma Lovely Radio. It's time for some non-sweeb shit. What's interesting is this is actually one of the highest star rating maps in the pool at 6.16 stars, which is second behind only Tsukinami. And I guess Jafari Park Hard Rock, but nobody's gonna play Jafari Park Hard Rock. And let's take a look over in the other match. Ketamine Racing and Squirrel Pants have played another map. Squirrel Pants have emerged victorious on Sakura Sunrise with a 4-way FC against a 3-way FC. Maybe the air ain't hitting this too easy. And we should be good to go here, I think. There's 8 players in the lobby. We've seen some GLHFs in chat, so here we go. It's going to be Voss, TJ, Synth, and Drary for Metal Frog against... Whoa! Against Fiel, the Pro, VROUM, and Belfast Chen for VROUM 365. On the very weeb hard rock pick here of Nagisa no Kokuma Lovely Radio, extreme difficulty. It's really weird to see like an extreme difficulty of like a super weeb song like this. I think of extreme as like for, you know, J-rock or metal type stuff. Maybe it's just me. It's gonna be Belfast Chen breaking for VROUM, but Synth and Drary breaking on the other side. So combo advantage to VROUM 365. This is again a pretty short map. It's only 1 minute and 45 seconds long, basically TV size. Belfast Chen with another break, and there is not another break forthcoming from Metal Frog, so the opportunity is there for a comeback. The score gap is staying pretty close, so it looks like it should flicker over here as long as everybody makes it through the stream. They do. Belfast Chen with yet another miss. He is not having a great time on this one. Struggling quite a bit with the aim. Meanwhile, Metal Frog has the 2 FCs and the 2 almost identical combos, about 50 combos shy of FCs. And as we pass the halfway mark, still have yet to see another break from Metal Frog, so the lead going in their favor. And VROUM 365 kind of just praying for a couple of misses here shortly, or it's going to be so late that it doesn't matter. But no such misses are forthcoming. Metal Frog comboing their way on through into the last moments of this map. And it looks like they should be able to take this point. Synth does find a break, but I think it might be okay. It's going to be tight. There is a combo advantage now for VROUM 365. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to end up being pretty close, though. This is... Oh, it might come back over in this last stream. Yes, it does. Just the outro left to play if VROUM 365 makes it through, escaping with another last-second victory. What is this match, dude? That's 2 in a row. Just coming back at the last second. Going from a 9,000 point victory to a 66,000 point victory. And the first map was a 42,000 point victory with an 8-way FC. So that's 3 maps in a row, and we're barely over 100,000 total score difference between the two teams. That's pretty ridiculous. The back drop from Metal Frog and that late miss really sealed their fate, unfortunately. Despite TJ's 99.47 accuracy, the 93% from Synth and the 90% from Dreary really did away with their chances on that one. And the fact that VROUM had 3 FCs. Whether or not your AC was enough kind of is, it unfortunately doesn't matter when the other team has 3 FCs and your team only has 2. It's just kind of how it works. It's a combo game even in 2v2. And we now have the 3-0 lead for Team Squirrel Pants. Victorious on Super Samurai. Wow, they went from AR8 hidden to CS 6.5 Hard Rock. That's pretty crazy. 6 FCs on Super Samurai. Only Ches Bananas and Esamoka breaking, but it was still enough for Squirrel Pants. Anyway, we are gonna have Hidden 3 here. Which is, of course, Sumujikaze by Soleli. 5.57 stars, a minute 50 seconds, 178 entire beats per minute. All right, got 8 players in the lobby. It's gonna be Fancy Lad, TJ, Zombie, or Dreary against Fiel, the Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. Gonna be seeing these rosters a lot, I think. All due respect to all players involved, but I do think the Pro and VROUM are a fair amount stronger than their respective seed partners. But that notwithstanding, we will get underway here. Map number 4. VROUM 365 looking to make it 4 picks in a row on the trot, as they say. I think going to the hidden pool might be a good option here for Metal Frog, though. We'll see if it works out for them, but I think it's not a bad idea. And the Pro will be the first to break, falling apart on that stream, meaning Metal Frog will take the early advantage. No other misses yet, still 7 other FCs remaining, but not quite halfway into the map yet, so plenty of time. And VROUM will be the next to break. That is going to give Metal Frog a pretty big cushion here. They have 4 FCs still to only 2 now from VROUM 365. They've managed miraculous comebacks on 2 maps in a row, but I don't know if this one's going to be a third. Something really awful would have to happen to Metal Frog at this point, especially with literally 4 SSs still intact through 600 combo. And VROUM with another break. Zombier does find a miss, as does TJ immediately thereafter. Okay, well, it's now 2 FCs to 2, and Mario has a combo advantage over the other 2 from Metal Frog. Still a quarter of the map to go. Zombier breaking once again. Don't tell me this is going to happen again. There's no way. It's too big of a lead. It's too big of a lead. It's not. It's too big of a lead. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. Metal Frog are going to take this point. It's okay. And that is their point on the board. 3-1 now, the advantage for VROUM 365 as Metal Frog finds the double FC. Fancy Lad with the 1x100, Dreary with 3 of his own. Fiel and Vertarix finding the FCs for VROUM, but the Pro and VROUM just not quite up to the task on that one. Hidden is a genetics mod. I don't know about that. I think speed, maybe. You could call speed genetics if you want, but I don't think hidden is genetics. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, a Nomad 6 pick, which, well, it comes down to like one weird stream. That's it. It's like, just do you hit that one weird stream? Not many people do. But some people do. So we'll find out. So it is going to be Fancy Lad, TJ, Zombier, Dreary against Fiel, Riven, Vertarix, and VROUM. So we do see Riven coming in for, I believe, the first time in this particular matchup. I don't know, this map is mostly pretty easy. VROUM? Is VROUM sight reading? I don't know how else he would have missed I don't know how else he would have slider broken there. He has to be sight reading. Because the only way you miss that slider is if you're sight reading, so that's gonna be Metal Frog getting a bit of an advantage here. It's a longer map compared to some of the others, but so far, still 7 other FCs alive. Really, nothing of difficulty has hit us yet, so there's nowhere that you would have broken. This is a lot of very free combo. All 4 members of Metal Frog still with the FCs with very high accuracy as well. All 4 members of VROUM with very high accuracy, but VROUM just with that slider break. Will anyone else find a similarly unlucky miss as we are halfway through and it is 90,000 point lead for Metal Frog, VROUM writing sorry in smoke. It is almost time for the one part of this map where it's a map. I mean, I guess technically this is a little more difficult for the most part, but like, just because the spacing is a little bigger and the streams are a little longer. And that's a break from Fiel on basically nothing as well. VROUM's only gonna have 2 players that are gonna get to the actual like hard part of the map. And Dreary misses, Fiel misses, but everyone else hits it. So that's 3 FCs for Metal Frog, 2 FCs, and 1 big combo for VROUM365. Metal Frog needs to completely fall apart in the last quarter if VROUM365 wants to have any sort of chance on this one, and I don't know that that's likely to happen. But we'll see. Got a quarter of the map left to go, and some little 1/6 quads that can trip you up. Doesn't look like anybody's being tripped up by them, but you know, possibility is there at least. However unlikely. Vertarix misses on the stream, and that's going to be that. And that'll be another point for Metal Frog. The score will go to 3-2 in favor of VROUM365. And Ribbon misses as well, just to add insult to injury. Now there's no FCs on that side at all. Nope, just kidding, he didn't miss. Thank you, Banjo. Well, that's a pretty big win for Metal Frog. That's 600K almost, and that is 3-2 going the score. And it's going to be hidden 2. Area hidden. Being picked by Metal Frog. Meanwhile, taking a look over in at our other match, we have, oh, it's not close. It's 3, 4, yeah, it's 5-0 in favor of Squirrel Pants. Yeah, I kind of thought that might happen, unfortunately. I'm like actually exhausted after almost 5 hours now. I never even had any coffee. So we'll get our players in and lined up for the A8 hidden here. We're gonna have a brief little break because somebody said they needed to, you know, go AFK or something for a minute. I'm not really sure, but we'll get back when we get back. You know, we're chilling. All right, I think we are good to go here. So we should be getting underway with our 6th map as Metal Frog picks A8 Hidden, looking to tie things up 3-3 after starting 3-0 down. Making the run back here. Fancy lad TJ Zombie Drary taking on Fiel, the Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. Once again, the roster for VROUM365 as they kind of try to right the ship here, losing a couple points in a row, including one of their own picks. This one being picked by Metal Frog, so you got to think they're probably pretty comfortable with it. Very strong A8 Hidden. I think both these teams are pretty good at Hidden, to be honest. TJ with the early break for Metal Frog. Just got to get those nerves out of the way, I suppose, as Mario finds a break for VROUM365 as well. So it's going to be a bit of a combo reset. A little bit of an advantage, actually, to Metal Frog. It's going to be about a 20 combo lead. Not a huge amount, but not a long map, so every bit helps, every bit counts. VROUM CV with a break for VROUM365. So they're down to 2 FCs only now. Perhaps not their strongest map here. Fiel and the Pro breaking as well. I think it's just kind of over. Vertarix the only FC left. Meanwhile, it's still a 4-way for Metal Frog. Drary will find a break for Metal Frog, but they do still have a couple of FCs and a near FC from TJ. Drary with another break. I don't think it's going to matter, though. Fancy Lad and Zombie are still FCing, and TJ only about 50 combo behind. Maybe 60 combo behind? Anyway, it's about a 600,000 point lead. Shrinking a little bit, but not enough to be anything that's going to matter. And there is another point to Metal Frog, and they have now tied things up at 3 apiece. They just made that look pretty simple. I don't know if VROUM365 just, I don't know, maybe didn't practice. Like, I mean, I gotta think that VROUM maybe didn't play the pool much. Maybe neither did Mario. That would be my guess as to trying to explain what's going on here on a couple of these picks. All right, we're gonna get Yamabori Kibun as the next pick. It's a DT map. You can, I don't know, I'm just... We've got a couple little bursts and some slider aim, and it's old. And it looks like we've got all the players. We've got Fancy on TJ Zombie Drary, Din the Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. Have we had a Comp V or a Synth or a Neronio sighting? We've also not seen Astris at all. Neronio can't play. I don't know what that means. Like, he physically is unable to perform? It's only 3 p.m., but I started at 10 a.m., so I'm basically on 5 hours straight. Anyway, into the map we go. The other match has already ended, by the way. Squirrel Pants with the 6-0. I woke up at like 9. It's just been 5 hours straight of commentary. It's just tiring. It's okay though. I just haven't done it in a while, so I'm kind of out of practice. I didn't get enough sleep last night in general, but you know, it's whatever. So this one, as we've seen pretty much every time, you know, you've got maybe 300-400 combo before anything comes up that you're gonna ever miss on. Like, I don't think I've seen a single person miss in the first 275-300 combo of this map. Other than Zombie, I guess. I shouldn't say that without realizing that he actually missed in the first 100 combo. I don't think Australia can win 3WC. They already got... They lost to USA on like the first round pool, and I think that's the only chance they would have had against a team like that. Anyway, into these sliders with quads. It's probably the, I don't know, relatively difficult part of the map starts now. The second half is like more difficult than the first, at least. Some of these patterns can be a little uncomfortable to tap. Obviously not anything too bad. Players hit them just fine, except for Din, who does find a break. So that will be advantage Metal Frog, as the score gap is going to come down pretty rapidly here. Still a whole third of the map left to go. Score gap not coming down very quickly for some reason. Din does break once again. So that's gonna help. It's coming down every note, and there's still a quarter of the map to go. There is plenty of time here for Metal Frog, but there's also time for them to break. Zombie, though, with a miss. However, there's still 3 FCs on Metal Frog, 3 FCs on VROUM as well, though. This could end up being pretty close here in the last moments. It's trying to flicker, but it's staying on the side of VROUM 365, and it does. It's a 60,000 point win and a 4-3 lead. So we'll await the next pick from Metal Frog. It's going to be No Mod 5, which I think will be the first time I'll be seeing this map played. It is Her Majesty by Now2, the 222 BPM, highest BPM in the No Mod pool. Second highest BPM actually outside of the DT pool. Only Suki Zecha Show at a higher BPM. Granted, it's almost dead even with Hachigatsu Botsuki Akari, which is 220 BBM versus 222, but you know, we get the technicalities in here sometimes. God, T1G, please keep speaking more Japanese, please. I love it. Listen, I just say song titles, man. That's really all. I don't know any actual Japanese. I hate you all. I just want you to know I hate you all. Everyone in chat, you're all the worst. Looks like we're waiting on hella players for this one. It's the first time that people have appeared to just have no idea who's meant to be coming in for a map or who's feeling best for it. I'm a Fancy Lad and Drary currently in on the side of Metal Frog, Field Vertarix, and VROUM waiting on the 4th on that side. Which, I mean, probably is just Mario. And there we are. We get TJ in and Zombier in for Metal Frog, and the Mario, the Pro 365 in for VROUM 365. So that means we should, as soon as the players are ready, be able to get going. All right, here we go. Map number 8 from 365, looking to take it to a match point. Meanwhile, Metal Frog looking to tie things up for a piece and bring it to the final pick for each team. Are there just no hit sounds on that stream? That sounded really weird. Nobody missing as of yet. 200 plus combo for all 8 players. About a quarter of the way through. I'm not really sure what kind of map to classify this as. Slider aim? With like some streams? Small lead for VROUM 365 based on accuracy, but things are still staying pretty much level here. And VROUM missing again. He is kind of struggling a little bit today. Assuming that wasn't a Bancho miss, he's having some difficulty. I gotta figure he's just sight reading the pool and he's not having the greatest of time. That's gonna be Vertarix and Fiel both missing, as well as Zombier on the flow aim pattern. So it's 3 FCs now to just 1 in favor of Metal Frog. And with just the ending to come, that's going to be pretty much deciding this map. It looks like we're going to see Metal Frog taking it to 4-4, which will mean each team has 1 pick left, after which, well, we'll either have a winner and a loser, or we'll have a tiebreaker. Could this be a 3rd tiebreaker match in a row? We are 2 maps away from that eventual fate, as we see a tie at 4-4. Now you've got some decisions to make. This is pretty tricky. Hard Rock 3, a very quick pick, so maybe not as tricky as I would have thought. It is going to be Silent Flame, so this is going to be the longest map, second longest map in the pool. 4 minutes and 26 seconds of 216 BPM hard rock action. And as folks are saying, maybe a little bit. You could argue that this is a little bit boring, but it happens sometimes. Not every map can be, the most exciting thing you've ever seen in your life, right? Like, gotta be some a little more laid back ones in here. Seems that Fiel trying to troll TJ by constantly saying his name in chat so he gets a little notification. Anyway, we are going to get underway here with map number 9. It's going to be Fancy Lad TJ, Zombie or Drary against Fiel, the Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. On Hard Rock, number 3, Shimotsuki Haruka, Silent Flame. A very long map. I don't know what that sound was. I don't know if you guys heard that. And here we go. Gotta keep your wits about you. I think it can be difficult at times to stay like perfectly composed and concentrated on a map this long. That consistency factor of really being able to maintain your focus and your composure over a long map. I think you can't really underestimate that, because there are some people who just have that really good control over their concentration and their nerves such that they're able to FC things like this without even thinking about it. But there's people who kind of zone out, and it's like, okay, you lose your concentration a little bit, maybe you slightly misaim a pattern later on the map, and it ends up with a miss, and now you're at 700k instead of 1 million. For the most part, though, we're likely to see a lot of big combos. Accuracy, though, a little bit at a premium. You see Drary struggling with his AC a little bit there. Vertarix a little bit lower down as well. A small lead to the side of Metal Frog, but it's really not much. It's more or less just, the amount of lag time that it takes to calculate the score and display it to us. And we've already played an entire map, and now we are a third of the way through. And we have yet to see a break, so it is still 8 FCs. Score almost dead even. It's basically flickering back and forth with every 100 and every bit of combo. This is the kind of map where there's not a lot to talk about because there's just not a lot going on. Everyone is FCing, and it's just like, okay, here's 800 plus combo, and you're only halfway through the map. Little linear single tap pattern, nobody finding any trouble with anything they've seen yet. It makes it through the buzz sliders. And little vertical jumps, okay. Nobody missing, it's just a lot of big combos. And the score gap is reflecting the fact that nobody has missed, but there is a break from Drary. And you hate to see that. It would have been an 8-way map, and then Drary unfortunately found a break, and his score is going to suffer from that being about 2/3 of the way through as well. So now VROUM 365 in the driver's seat here. Their lead quickly going up to about 70,000-80,000 points. And they'll just have to get through the last Ki, and they will have this one in the bag and a 5-4 lead with it. Drary breaking again. Yep, this one is, I think, about over unless everyone from VROUM dies. Vertarix, though, does find a slider break. Fortunately for him, he's the only one to have broken on that team. So it's not really going to affect anything. Vertarix, HR, Omega Lul. I mean, hey, you know what? It's working for him. He's got one slider break. And they're going to win the map. So, nope, not going to judge. And that will be the point to VROUM 365 by about 180,000 points, just under. Meaning that they have a 5-4 lead and now a match point. However, that match point will be on a map that is selected by Metal Frog. So they do have a chance. And interestingly here, the last pick selected by either team is going to be Nomad 3, Zedai Zetsume. It's going to be the alt map in the Nomad pool. I don't know that I necessarily expected this, and maybe we're not going to see this. TJ saying, not TJ, Fancy Lad saying, wait. Okay, it's actually meant to be Nomad 4, so that's going to be Rocking to the Beat. So instead of alt, we're going to see Tech. We're waiting on the last couple of players, which will probably be Zombier and Mario coming in. Hey, look, it's Mario. Do we see Zombier? No! It is the first appearance of Synth for Metal Frog. His first map will be the last map before a potential tiebreaker or before the match is over. One or the other will be the case. Second carry appearance? I played Hard Dark 1. Okay, well, apparently I just didn't notice, or it was so long ago that I forgot. Well, they lost that, didn't they? That was like an hour ago. Yeah, it was second map, I think, because it was really close and it flickered over at the last second. Alright, so Fancy Lad, TJ, Synth, Dreary against Fiel, The Pro, VROUM, and Vertarix. Map number 10, this could be the last map. It is the last map that either team will actually pick. And here we get underway. I believe this was the last map played before tiebreaker in our previous match as well, was it not? Or at least near the end. And we're gonna see the 8-way FC still going through the intro. As to be expected, you're not going to probably break anywhere until, you know, kind of into the drop, if not partway through it, because the first section's really not that hard. And here we go into the first tech section. Some kind of awkward linear slider patterns. This is a TJ map, I believe. We don't see a ton of misses on this. Maybe a couple of slider breaks, but really not all that many actual misses. Synth will be the first to break on the side of Metal Frog. That will give the lead over to VROUM as Dreary misses as well. Synth missing again. Fancy Lad and TJ FCing for Metal Frog, but all 4 FCs still alive for VROUM 365. This is a pretty impressive performance through the first third of the map from that team. And they are going to be rewarded with a 100,000 point advantage here shortly. And this may be... Let's see, did they make it through the stream? They do. That's pretty big halfway through, and it's about a 100,000 point lead for VROUM 365. It's an A rank for Fiel. Did he find a break that I missed? He did find a break that I missed. Oh my goodness, my eyes are just not functional anymore. So Fiel with the miss, but 3 FCs still for VROUM 365. Meanwhile, Metal Frog have 2 FCs in the part of I'm a Fancy Lad and TJ7223. Not a huge amount of combo backing them up. And into the second drop, into the second Ki we go. VROUM 365 just looking to hold on through this part. They have the advantage. They have the score lead. They have the match lead. This will be them looking to close it all out right here. Just got to make it through this section into the outro. This is pretty straightforward. This should not be missable other than maybe a couple of those space triplets. But for the most part, this is fairly friendly to most players, and you can see that being the case as they all continue to hit everything. However, Vertarix does find a miss. Will it be important? That is the question. Fiel finds a miss as well, but so does Synth over on Metal Frog. It's 2 FCs still for VROUM 365. It is a big combo for Dreary on the side of Metal Frog, but I don't think he'll be able to bring it home alone. It's 200,000 points very nearly. Will there be enough time left for any sort of comeback here? With Mario and VROUM still holding on to their FCs, that's going to be the question. TJ and I'm a Fancy Lad holding on to their FCs. Dreary with an 800 plus combo. The score gap is slowly coming down, but there is just the ending of the map to come. I don't believe there's enough time. VROUM and Mario would both have to break here at the end, and I don't know that that's going to happen. We'll keep an eye out, though. It's those 2 FCs against 2 FCs on both sides. Score gap is shrinking. It's under 100,000 points, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and it is not. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. VROUM 365 are your victors. 6-4 the score, backed by the double FC from the Pro 365 and VROUM CV Vitae himself. The namesakes of the team carry their squad to the victory in this match over Metal Frog. TJ and Fancy Lad doing all they can. Fancy Lad with the fact the only perfect combo. No slider ends dropped for him, but just was not enough. The backup for Mario and for VROUM was too much. And that team does emerge victorious here in our last match of the day. 6-4, VROUM 365 over Metal Frog.